starting next month, 3 new shows where we will be exposing the globalists. And then by the end of the year, I intend to be live about 16 hours a day. And about 6 months after that, middle of 2018, I want to be live 18 hours a day at least. And then down the road, 24 hours a day, not just with yours truly, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central, or not just the nightly news, 7 o'clock Central, or not just the Sunday broadcast, 4 to 6 p.m., but 24 hours a day with David Knight and so many other great folks. So we can cover every angle as news breaks, up to the minute with the latest analysis and information. Where to begin? We know that Obama illegally was surveilling the entire Trump campaign with Hillary during the election. And we know that Hillary was up to her eyeballs with Chinese communists, Ukrainians, Russians, Saudi Arabians, you name it. Her foundation got money from hundreds of countries while she was even Secretary of State. All of it completely illegal. That's not denied. I have a stack of mainstream news articles here just in front of me where they admit all of that. But now they've had this drip, drip, drip of the Russia thing with Donald Trump Jr. to where people are just on the edge of their seats wanting some proof, something. Then we have this Democratic Party operative hooked in with Soros, hooked in with Obama letting her get back in the country and extending her visa or letting her in when she didn't have a visa, and then going and meeting with some other Russian billionaire at this event where Donald Jr. thought he was getting dirt of Hillary working with the Russians, something that is totally legal and lawful. It's called opposition research. When you look at what Hillary's done, getting $12 million on one Morocco trip from a consortium of foreign nations for pay to play and not getting in trouble. And then you've got the Democrat appointed, FBI crew that has now set up this whole Mueller operation that is nothing but a total witch hunt. But they still push it and hammer it over and over again because they can't believe they lost and they were so close to dominating and controlling this nation forever. So a very, very exciting time to be alive. The big health care bill that would repeal much of Obamacare is obviously held up right now. They had one vote to pass it in the Senate, but McCain had to have a blood clot removed from above his eye. And so now they say that that is going to be going on for the next week or so. And so we're not sure exactly what's happening there. Who knows if this is even a true story, but McCain certainly needs that face-saving event so that he can help scuttle our country as he always seems to do. He's like the devil who appears out of a big puff of smoke every time it's needed. Now, after I go through the latest hysteria, we have Dr. Steve Pieczenik, who's got a lot of sources in U.S. intelligence, to join us to talk about the amazingly positive things that are happening for the United States and our sovereignty under Obama's international, military, diplomatic, and intelligence umbrellas that Pieczenik and his sources are saying is some of the best statescraft for this country and for global stability and peace that we've seen in the last 100 years. So he's joining us at the bottom of the hour. Then, the fevered insanity of the media's selective coverage. Excellent article out of Newsbusters breaking down how everything they claim Trump's doing is what they're doing in triplicate, and they're using illegal surveillance of the few setups and the few missteps that Trump made optically, none of it illegal, that they're trying to now hang him with. But here's just some of the articles out of the time machine. Does Hillary Clinton still owe the King of Morocco a $12 million favor after her foundation was given $12 million when she visited there in 2015? Totally illegal. Even Obama told her to give the money back and she wouldn't. Saudi Arabia has funded 20% of Hillary's presidential campaign. Saudi Crown Prince brags. Again, that's all mainstream news. Donald Trump accuses Hillary Clinton of pay to play in Morocco after email hack. Remember, last year it came out in the emails where they're saying, we gave you $12 million, now we want these concessions. I mean, it's open and shut. If they had Donald Trump, not his son, but Donald Trump or even Donald Trump Jr., saying, you give me $12 million, I'll give you concessions in government, I'd say arrest them. That's what globalism is the sellout of our country. It's what I'm tired of. I'm not just in love with the Trumps. I'm not just defending them to do it. You notice Krauthammer's come out who's normally pretty level-headed, and Shepard Smith, who's a total globalist liberal, and both hedged their bets and gone, I'm sick of the lies, 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 Shepard Smith said on Friday, and CNN all picked it up. What about the lies of Hillary, the confirmed ones? What about the lies of Obama? What about the illegal servers? What about the uranium deals? What about all that? You don't have any lies. You have them saying, we didn't have the Russians hacking the election. The Russians didn't give us money. Well, now they admit the Russians didn't physically hack. Now they've moved on to Russian collusion. Oh, there's a meeting, a 15-minute meeting with 20 people in it. You walk in, there's no intel, you walk out. Meanwhile, they're all over Russia, Ukraine, England, paying for fake dossiers. That's all okay, though. Having the Ukrainian government coming with all this made-up opposition research and fake documents, but that's okay. Donald Trump accuses Hillary Clinton of pay for play in Morocco after email hack. Where is all this news? Where is all this? The Atlantic. Even the liberals say the what about Ukraine defense of Trump Jr.'s Russia meeting. And it goes on to admit it happened. And it was way, way crazier and way, way more intense by a trillion times than what Donald Trump Jr. did. Cash followed and flowed to the Clinton Foundation amid Russian uranium deal. New York Times, April 23rd, 2015. Back before this was an issue. You've got to dig, though, to find all these articles. This was a big controversy at the time. Totally illegal. A Russian bank gave her a foundation 100+ million, ladies and gentlemen. But that's okay. The truth about the Hillary Clinton Russia uranium scandal. Business Insider, again, 2015. This is what they were all going to go to prison for. So they started this Russia collusion thing, knowing there's Russians crawling all over D.C., all over New York, just like they're Chinese, Japanese, Brits, Germans, Mexican lobbyists. I mean, it's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, how many foreign lobbyists there are. Trump's the one to ban all lobbyists for 5 years. If you'd been a lobbyist, no one's ever done it and actually implemented it. Remember Pence got in there day one? They'd found some folks in the transition team were lobbyists, and they were all fired before he ever swore the oath. No lobbyists. No one's ever done that in the last 100 years. So there's the facts. I'm going to get into more after Pachinik joins us, and we're also going to open the phones up in the second hour. Then we're also going to get into this. BBC, we have the video coming up. Trudeau, you know, he's the Prime Minister of Canada, tells U.S. governors to ditch America first, close quote. He told governors, don't say America first. That's how alien this is, folks. If you don't have sovereignty for your country, if your country doesn't look out for citizens, what are you paying taxes for? You have countries because there's always other countries that are coming and trying to take you over. So you have a country based on your values and what you want. So the idea that we stick up for ourselves and even have a country is dirty and bad. That means globalists should be running us. So if it's not America first, who first? The special corporate interest that sell out our nation, that use our tax money to back up their operations worldwide, that use our military as their muscle, and then even turn around and demonize us for what our military does carrying out their global government. Today we call it bone broth, and for thousands of years our ancestors enjoyed its benefits before it became lost to our modern diets of processed junk. We are now introducing Caveman by InfoWarsLife.com, the ultimate in true paleo nutrition with bone broth, turmeric root, chaga mushroom, and 7 total primal superfoods in a single great tasting formula. Caveman. It's those people living in the wilds having to actually build civilization that are our superior ancestors. And we need to do everything we can to recapture that. Everyone knew that you used all the parts of the animal. You used the meat for sustenance, the fat for cooking, but you used the bones for strength. From the outside structure full of minerals and key cofactors to the marrow that produces the blood for the body. This is the engine of the life essence. I'm a long way from the caveman my ancestors were, but I'm sure as hell trying to get back to that essence that made us what we were, and this is a big part of it. I know you're going to want to check out Caveman Ultimate Paleo Formula for yourself at InfoWarsLife.com today.